They connect talented individuals like you with high demand roles in HVAC, plumbing, electrical, facility management, appliance repairs, solar installation, and more, spanning technicians, office, sales teams, managers, leaders, and recruiters. With full service recruiting, AI powered sourcing, premium job boards, and your innovative blue collar virtual trade school for hands on training and certifications, they make job placement quick, cost effective, and risk free for employers while empowering their candidates with the tools to succeed. Please welcome me and joining the team from Blue Collar, Jim, Troy. I think I saw Michelle in here too.
Yep.
All you, go to it, guys. I think you guys got a lot to offer, so I don't want to get in your way.
Well, thank you. We'll get started then, and we appreciate the introduction. My name is Jim Nichols. Troy is the owner and founder of the Blue Collar Recruiter. Michelle and I work and kind of support the veterans and the Skill Bridge people and Seven Eagle people as well. My background: I'm retired military. I spent 21 years in the Navy. I'm retired Master Chief. So for all of you Navy people out there, we had a great weekend a little bit ago with the Army Navy game. So once again, the Commander in Chief's trophy goes where it belongs. But I won't dwell on that. But I'm going to go ahead and share. Well, first of all, Troy, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Tell them a little bit about you, and then we'll have Michelle introduce herself.
Okay, so yes, we started the Blue Collar Recruiter Virtual Trade School just 5 years ago now, and since then we've helped place lots of, I don't know, a couple thousand candidates, and we've put through a couple thousand people through our virtual trade school platform, helped a lot of people start new businesses, a lot of people upgrade their careers through our management development program and some different things like that. So we're eager. We've been working with Seven Eagle Group for, I think we're touching 1 year now in about a week. And so super excited about that in this relationship, helping veterans like you all find the next dream job. And Jim just helped somebody today. We were just talking about that, coming out of Skill Bridge, got him a job out in California, and it's a win-win-win. It's a good story, and I'm sure you're planning on sharing it here in a few minutes, Jim.
I am. Yes, I am. Michelle?
I'm Michelle. I've been with the Blue Collar Recruiter for a little over 3 years now. Thank you all for your service. We love working with Seven Eagle, and honestly, anything that we can do to help, whether that's, training, helping you find your next career, we're happy to do it. We love working with you all. So.
Well, thank you. And Michelle, if you could kind of keep track of the message board for me, I'd appreciate it. Yeah, we just actually about 3 weeks ago got a call from Matt at Seven Eagle, and he had somebody that we started working with, and actually he's a Air Force veteran from Travis Air Force Base, getting out of the Air Force, and he's staying in Sacramento. And we actually placed him with a company. We sent the agreements out today, so we're kind of excited about that, and look forward to placing a lot more veterans with their dream jobs going forward. So without further ado, I'm going to run through a quick slideshow. If at any time you have any questions, please raise your hand or put it in the chat, and we'll try to get those answered for you. Keep in mind, we've seen this presentation a billion times, so we're not doing this for us, we're doing it for you. So please ask away if you have any questions. So I'd like to start with a little video, and hopefully you can all hear this.
Are you transitioning out of the military? We've got options to help you launch a career, start a business, or grow your future in the skilled trades. It all starts by learning a trade with the Blue Collar Virtual Trade School. It's our fast-track online training program that helps you earn industry certifications in high-demand trades like HVAC, plumbing, electrical, and more. All designed to help you get job-ready and prepared for your next career move. Ready to build your own recruiting firm? The Blue Collar Recruiter franchise might be a good fit for you. With our proven system, you can build your own recruiting and training business, supporting the skilled trades industry while creating long-term income and a positive impact in your community. Maybe you want to work for us. We're hiring. Join our growing team of recruiters who are passionate about helping veterans and civilians alike succeed in the trades. Prefer to explore other job openings today? Just post your resume on bluecollarrecruits.com. This is our job board that's built for the trades, and it's your direct connection to top employers who value your skills. No matter your path, we're here to help you make a smooth and strategic transition into the civilian workforce. The trades need leaders like you. Let's build something great together.
So what we'd like to do is kind of ask a few questions of you all, and if you could just put your answer into the chat. And we really believe that before I do this, I want to clarify something. You know, we call ourselves the blue collar recruiter, and we talk about the blue collar trades. But I want you to realize that about 70% of the companies in America have something to do with the blue collar trades. And so when we talk about the blue collar trades, we're not just talking about technicians and plumbers and welders and HVAC. We're talking about accountants. We're talking about service managers, ops managers, general managers, project managers, leadership positions that so many of you are qualified for because of your unique background. And businesses today love hiring veterans because of the fact of what you bring to the table, the leadership skills, the maturity, the fact that you'll show up to work on time. Believe it or not, that's kind of a rarity nowadays, but there's a lot of things that you bring to the table that companies really look for. And so what we want to know is kind of what you're looking for with your next career. And we broke it down into these 4 categories. So the first category is you're looking for your next career, kind of like the person we helped this week. We placed him with a company in his hometown, and he's thrilled about it. So if you're looking for a job as a project manager or a supervisor, technical job or sales, or something related to your current, whatever your MOS or your NEC, depending on the branch of service, whatever that is, we may be able to help you. And even if we're not able to help you, we may know somebody that's able to help you. So we recommend that you reach out and let us know what it is you're looking for, and we'll see what we can do. The second one is those of you looking for what we call a side hustle. And so this is maybe you're looking to flip houses or manage properties. We had a guy on a call not too long ago that actually he already has 3 properties that he's managing. Well, we can help you with that, and we'll talk about that a little bit as to how we can do that. The third one is business ownership. Maybe you're looking to start your own business, and this could be full-time, it could be part-time. We have a lot of experience helping placing people in careers or in jobs, in businesses that depending on what your interests are. And then finally, if you're not quite sure, we still want to talk to you because we can probably point you in the right direction. Again, if we don't have anything for you, we probably know somebody that may be able to help you out. So if you could, in the chat, please put, are you a number 1, a number 2, a number 3, or you're just not sure? That will help us tremendously, and Michelle's going to keep track of all those for us.
Here they come. Michelle, go fast.
Oh boy, here they come. All right, Michelle, did you get all that?
Oh man, we're gonna be a minute, but I'm gonna get them all. Don't you worry.
Very good. So one of the first things that we can help you with is a program we call our Boots to Blue Collar, and it has a tagline: a new mission, a new career. And we value you for what you have done for the nation and your communities, but we want to help you in going forward. And with the Boots to Blue Collar, what we will do is we will do our best to help you find your next dream job. A couple things that you can do is you can send us your information via the web form, which is on the bluecollarrecruiter.com. And what we'll do is we'll set up a quick interview with you. And there's some information we'll want to get from you, like where are you at? Where do you want to be? What is it you want to do? When do you want to do it? And are you, if you're in the SkillBridge program, how long do you have in the SkillBridge program? Things of that sort. And then we're going to go to work for you and try to find something, and we'll try to keep in constant contact with you to let you know where we're at every step of the way. But as I say, this week we were able to place somebody. We look to do that more and more. So any of you that are interested in a new mission, a new career, please let us know, and we'll see if we can help you out with that.
Any questions on this with anybody? I know we have extra time on these calls on Thursdays, but
Questions?
all right.
All right. So we also have the blue collar job board, and this is something where you can post your resume, and thousands of companies around the United States will see that resume. And it's very simple. It's bcrecruits.com is the easiest way to get there. And then you can just click on post resume, and it allows you to go in there and post your resume. If you decide that you would like for us to work with you, we're going to ask you to post your resume anyway. Um, so you may want to do that and just kind of get a head start on it. And you never know who's going to reach out to you. But that's the bcrecruits.com. Troy?
One thing to add about this is what we've built here is something that's it's pretty unique, right? So it's a little bit like Indeed, it's a little bit like ZipRecruiter, it's a little bit like LinkedIn, but you get to build a profile where you not only upload your resume so others can see it, but you can tell your story, you can add a picture, you can add, you really kind of sell yourself on here so other people that are looking for because employers then come in and then they can filter out keywords and start and find people with different kinds of skill sets. And if you're sitting right here, they can direct connect and talk to you directly. So it makes it very, very simple. Cody looks like he has a question. Couple questions. Go ahead.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. I do. So, I'm sure like as Michelle's going through them, she knows there's like 8, 9, 10, 11 people that are in trying to get into or already in the HR field, right? And I know you guys are blue collar, but last time I had listened to your guys' brief, you talked about you have like a HR franchise kind of program or group or whatever. And so I was trying to get more information on that, as well as just kind of explain that like it's even with Seven Eagle, right? So like all these different companies and these groups, everyone talks about everything that they have, and it's always technical and skill set and things like that. HR is one of those ones that's really hard to define because there's so many different branches and so many different ways to explain what you do in HR and ways to name it.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys actually offer for anyone in the HR or training and development field and things like that, so that it kind of cuts through the grass, so to say, as to what we can actually get from you guys?
Well, I'll go first, and Michelle and Jim chime in. But yeah, so a couple things, right? So I think I saw you say 1 and 3, right? So 1 and 3, and so two different things. One is hey, help me find a job, and so that's part of what Jim was saying. Doing set up some time with us. Jim, what would you say? 20, 30 minutes. We go through kind of a
At the most, yeah.
list of questions just so we get an understanding of what you really want to do. So we're not chasing down because what we're doing is we're acting as your agent as a sense, right? Let's understand what you're good at today, what you might, maybe there's some skills gap somewhere, but then we can kind of get a sense of what it is that you're looking for. And then we're going to go out and try to help you find that exact type of job, wherever that might be. And then we connect with those business owners saying, hey, we've got a guy, Cody, we put eyes on him here. We got a resume. We have all this stuff. I'd love to talk to you, make an introduction, right? So, but then when we go to them, we're kind of validating you to them, and it's a win-win, right, for everybody when that's successful. But that's really through our interview process with you to understand where you're at, what you want to do, and if there are some skills that you may need to take the next level to transition from the military to the civilian world, then we certainly can talk about that, what that looks like. But everybody, like you said, everybody's look comes in a little bit different, right? So, um, number, so that's just setting up time, right? So, and it looks like you're connecting with Michelle to talk about that. Number 3 is businesses. We have, so we are connected to, so we have another sister company that Jim's going to talk about here in a second called the Franchise Recruiter. It's a sister company to the Blue Collar Recruiter where we help, if somebody wants to start a blue collar recruiting firm, it's not necessarily HR. It's recruiting, which is not everybody knows that's kind of different, but um, but that's certainly an option where you could say, hey, I like that part of the world, right? If you want to do HR, we have a couple of HR related franchise opportunities, which are very, very interesting and very, very cool for people that want to start your own business in the HR world, right? So that we'll talk more about franchising, but it's a business in a box, right? Hey, if you want to leave the military and not go work for somebody else, but do something on your own, it's the fastest and most successful way to start your own business versus trying to start something from scratch.
Okay, yeah, and that was kind of my question. Like, what did you mean by franchise HR? Because that's what the link, or that's what the headline says, is franchise
Yeah,
HR. And I
yeah,
know
yeah.
we're close on time, so
That's
it's
okay
basically starting your own business with HR.
if that's what you want to do. Yep, and you
All
can,
right,
and there's no obligation to anything, right? So if you want to just kick the tire on it, happy to talk to you about it.
all right, copy. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Jim.
Yep. So for those of you that selected number 2, that maybe you want a side gig, a side hustle, and you're going to be doing property management, anything like that, the Blue Collar Virtual Trade School is something you should look into. What it is right now, there's 8 different courses of study on the virtual trade school, and whether it be plumbing, solar, electrical, anything like that. Think about it as a landlord or the owner of properties. One of your biggest expenses is repairs to that property, whether it be whether it's a rental or an Airbnb, whatever it is. And so this is a way for you to cut down on those expenses by learning something about the trades for yourself. And there's appliance repair, there's residential, there's safety, there's HVAC, plumbing, electrical. And what you can do is sign up for the virtual trade school, and you can take as many of these classes as you like. The membership is good for 1 year, and what we've done is reduce the cost of that for members of Seven Eagle to $663 per year. And with that, again, you get access to all the different courses of study, and so you can go in and learn a little bit about everything or just learn everything about one thing. And when you finish the virtual trade school, it really, if you finish the plumbing, if you are interested in that, then we will go out and look for a company that will hire you as an apprentice plumber. So not only do you get the virtual trade school, if it's something that you're looking at for a career, we can help you after you graduate from the virtual trade school as well. Any questions on this?
What's nice about this, if anybody has questions, just jump in. But what's nice is, yeah, whether you, so we sell this in a lot of different ways. We have new students that want to come in and learn a trade. Awesome. We can get you certified and get in, these trades, HVAC, plumbing, electric, I mean, they're making hundreds of thousands. I mean, we're placing guys making $100,000 a year or more, right? And then they get into management classes and different things like that. So it's a pretty good gig, and there's a lot of opportunity for it. But it's also people that maybe are in the trade a little bit and they want to sharpen their skills because it's a very wide brush of what you learn, right? So you might already know something, but it's a good way to just get better at it or even learn another trade. Thirdly, is business owners use this all the time to train up their own staff. But we sell a lot of these just to people that want to learn something, even if they never plan to use it. Themselves, but just to be smarter. So contractors don't come to your house and rip you off or talk you. I mean, uh, some people it's just like a fill valve on your toilet. I mean, there's a whole section in here how to do that appropriately, right? So there's things that you can just start doing on your own, and that's where, like Jim said earlier, on the what'd you call it, the kind of side hustle. Yeah,
Right.
is just doing some of this on your own if you're going to be in rent property management or things like that. So. Couple questions. Michelle?
Yeah, thank you. Do you allow spouses to use this program? And if so, how much do you guys charge a year for them?
We're kind of like what's the insurance company?
USA.
Yeah, we're just like them. As long as they're related to you, we'll take it. It's all good.
Ashley, go ahead.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How are
I
you?
was wondering, how long would you say your trade school is? It a couple of weeks, a month?
That's a great question, and it's all self-paced.
Okay.
So for instance, for the electrical, we had a young man that was working on an oil rig and hated it. And his wife hated him being away all the time. He worked in the Gulf. And so he really wanted to get into something different. He signed up for the electrical and he finished it in 3 months. But because it's self-paced, we can't really say it's going to take you this long because it really depends on how much time you decide to dedicate to it. But it could be as little as 2.5, 3 months, or it could take you the whole year, depending on how much time you have.
The certifications are somewhere around 125 hours of time that you have to dedicate to it. So if you kind of think about how much time in a day you could, if you can give it 30 minutes or an hour every day, then it doesn't take you very long, right? So yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And the cool thing, like Jim said, even once you get your certification, because you get access to it for 12 months, you get your certification. We help you with your resume. We help you with your job placement. We help you with interview questions and getting prepared. And we help you from start to finish. But you still have access to the platform. So you can still go back and refresh and take more classes and learn more things because you're never going to remember everything. Right. So it's nice to have access to it even when you're done, even when you kind of don't need it.
So moving along, we talked about business ownership and Troy touched on the franchise recruiter. That's kind of our sister company. And what we do, we work with franchises. And right now in America, Troy, what's the number? I think 6,000 different franchise companies.
Almost. Yeah. Over
Yeah.
5.
Yeah. And, companies that you didn't know are franchises are probably franchises. And what we do is we work with those franchise companies to help people that are looking to start their own business. We can put you in contact with what we do is we have a questionnaire for you to fill out to kind of find out your interests, what it is that you'd like to look at. We'll narrow that down and then introduce you to franchises that fit kind of what it is you're looking for. And keep in mind, there's franchises out there now that are part-time franchises. There's franchises that have very little overhead. And the majority of the franchise companies in the United States offer really good discounts and benefits for veterans. There was a program started in 1991 called VetFran, which is a franchise veterans group. And most major franchise organizations are members of VetFran. And to be a member, you have to offer discounts on the upfront costs and then discounts on the ongoing fees, things of that sort. So the other thing about veterans, franchising loves veterans because veterans know how to follow a system. And that's what a franchise is. It's a proven system, a way of doing business. And they love working with veterans because we can follow a system. And so most franchise organizations love to have veterans on board. And most veterans are very successful if they decide to go into franchising.
Yeah, they offer it for a reason, right? Because I was thinking about what you said earlier, Jim, that veterans, people come from the military always on time.
Right.
Jim hasn't been in the military since when? 1990,
98.
1998, and he still shows up for work at 6 o'clock in the morning. So it'll never change.
That's true. All of you are laughing, but just wait. I know you're all thinking, man, I can't wait to get out of the military so I can sleep in. You won't. You'll get up early. It's just
every morning. My first email is always from Jim, 5:30. Yep.
Actually, I don't get up till 9. I just have my computer set up to send Troy an email. And
delayed emails are the best for that. Like, golly, that guy's always working.
There you go.
Of course, he's going to need a nap here pretty soon, right, Jim?
Right. Yeah. Also, as Troy mentioned, we do offer the Blue Collar Recruiter as a franchise, and we think it's the best dang franchise out there, but we're a little partial. And it is a recruiting firm, and we offer these franchises in just about anywhere you want to be. And again, it's one of the things that you get to help the skilled labor shortage right now. I was listening to Mike Rowe the other day, and everybody knows Mike Rowe from Dirty Jobs, but he's a big proponent of the blue collar trades. And he says right now there's about 7.4 million jobs today, 7.4 million jobs in America. in the blue collar trades that are going unfilled. And there's such a shortage. And so we're helping to close that gap. We're working with companies, helping them find employees, and it's a great thing. We also, as a member of or as a franchise, you have access to the virtual trade school. And we have franchisees that are helping students get enrolled in the virtual trade school and then helping place them in jobs after they graduate. So it's a great way. The other thing about the virtual or the blue collar recruiter, the franchise opportunity, it's a true work from home franchise. We do not require a building. We don't require a vehicle. You could do this from anywhere that you have an internet, a phone, and a computer. You could do this from sitting on the beach. And if Troy would shut off his background, you'd see that that's probably where he's at right now. It's probably on the
there's a
beach.
chance. Yeah.
Yeah, but so we would love to talk to you about that if you're interested in business ownership. We'd love to talk to you about the blue collar recruiter and how you could be part of something that's growing really fast and is a lot of fun.
And it gives you the opportunity to stick with this because we're like, I mean, you'd be doing the same thing we're doing, helping veterans find their next careers. Go back a slide, Jim, just real quick. So
Sure.
I want to make a bigger point to this because this is a big deal. There is, the franchise systems across America are always looking to come after you. You probably get tons of information coming from you to start your own business. And again, I saw a bunch of threes on the board here. So the franchise recruiter, if you go to the website, you'll see we have there's a couple hundred different franchise systems in there, business systems. Some work from home, some are startup. A lot of them are what we call home service businesses, right? In all different shapes and forms. And like Jim said, there's 5,000 some odd franchise systems. Even one, I remember years ago, the poop picker upper franchise, right? For pickup dog. I'm like, who in the heck would buy that? But there's like 6 franchises that do that now, right? So it's a big deal. But
I got my kid doing it for free.
yeah, their own toilet. That's why you have kids. But anyway, yeah, so we will help you just through questions and kind of narrow it down because it can be intimidating going 5,000. Where do I even start? So Jim has sold between Jim and I probably 1,000 franchises in our lifetime. So we're pretty good at helping people land on something that they like. But second, don't even think about just the franchise. We do help lots of people find businesses that you want to start or buy something. Maybe there's a business for sale out there that we can help you identify and purchase that and hit the ground running with something that already exists, right? So there's lots of different ways to become a business owner today, and we have access to the tools and the financing and all that kind of thing. So happy to help.
Any questions on that? And again, even if anything that we've talked about doesn't resonate with you, we'd still love to talk to you because we can help out in other ways as well with connections we know, and but we'd love to help you in any way we can. Again, I've been where you're at. It was many years ago, but still have a little bit of insight on what you're feeling and what you're trying to do. So would love to help out. And I know that Troy and Michelle are always available as well. So, and with that, we'll open it up to questions.
What do you see as the kind of the retention rate in blue collar work? Meaning, like, what's the turnover? How often do you get a guy come back saying, "Oh, I got laid off," or "I need help finding a job"? I mean, what's been your experience with that?
I'll tell you right now, anybody in the blue collar trades that's worth their salt is not looking for a job. They because of the shortage, there's really if they leave a company, it's because they chose to, not if they're worth their salt. So
yeah, I mean, retention is there's people are people, right? So there's people that are gonna but the one thing about the trades specifically is it's pretty rare when people get into it that they actually leave it. What ends up happening more often than not, they might come in as an entry-level technician of some sort, and then they become a service manager and then an operations manager, general manager, and they might own their own company someday, right? So the track of doing something on their own is pretty fast. And there's just tons of opportunities, right? So we're starting a podcast here in a couple of weeks, and one of our guests is a guy that started as from the Air Force, right? He was a jet mechanic years ago. Started as an install helper, and now he owns and runs a $35 million air conditioning company. So he's just bought a new house in Dallas. He isn't sure where it is yet, right? It's that kind of thing, right? So there's really, it's a beautiful thing. It's a fun business, and it's not just that, but there's so many things. Jim said Mike Rowe. So Mike Rowe has also said, and I saw him on the news too, saying kind of the same thing, that every day 3 people retire from the trades, but only 2 come in. So this gap, right, is there, which is what makes our business attractive, right? So these business owners are really trying to find people. And so what we do is we help them find people through resources like you all, through headhunting, because it's finding people that are maybe ready for the next opportunity, or hey, heck, we just, we planted a trade school in 2 of our business locations, our client locations, where they put a trade school, a blue collar virtual trade school right in their shop to get people to come into the trades out of high school. So there's just a ton of opportunity here. There's no question about it. Very few things, you don't see. So who was that? Was that Ernest? Is that who asked?
Yeah.
Okay. I see all the time. Facebook just laid off 60,000 people. Google just laid off 100,000 people. When's the last time you saw the news say they just laid off 40,000 plumbers, right? It's never been said, right? And so.
It's funny you mentioned the jet mech, because I've said before, I started my career in HVAC, and then, I love the work. It was cool. Just didn't like the people I was working with, in my case. And then when I went to school to become an aircraft crew chief, I didn't have to study the whole time I was in school, because all the stuff I learned on the HVAC side made the jet side easy. So
relatable,
hands-on, the electrical, the pressures, all that other stuff. Just it was stupid easy transition. It would go exactly the same the other way, just because of that knowledge that you've built up and experience.
And I remember that's what he said, right? Because I hired the guy as an install helper way back in the day. And I go, why'd you pick HVAC? He said, well, it gets hot and it gets cold, so I figured we'd be busy all the time, right? So, well, that's true. Worked out for him. So,
yeah,
I'll have to remind him of that quote when he comes on the show.
You need to, yeah.
Yeah, definitely, because he's right, and especially in the winter, if you're someplace cold, those calls in the middle of the night, they might be a pain in the neck, but boy, do they pay.
They do pay. Yep, exactly. All right, we have 27 more minutes to look at each other, or we ask more questions. Just kidding.
You guys have anything? Now's the time to ask. Even outside of the business stuff, you got 3 folks here with experience on the outside dealing with recruiting. Oh, guessing it's a quiet day today.
Pretty quiet. Everybody's getting ready for Christmas.
Yeah. They're all geared up for eggnog or something.
Is this when you tell them you're going to send them all Christmas gifts? I don't remember if I was supposed to say anything or not.
You said something about free air conditioners. Roy's got a question for you.
Yeah, nothing super technical. Thanks for coming out, guys. I appreciate your time for sure. No, I was just curious, 'cause I'm from Sacramento, so I was just curious about the individual you guys had placed and how long that took for that individual for you guys to place him.
We've been working with him about probably not even a month, from when I first got his information to started calling some companies on his behalf, and he's actually going to start on the first week of January, because he wanted to wait till after the holidays, and the company was good with that, so it worked out for everybody. Yep, it's probably a month.
That's not bad.
This time of year slows down a little
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you looking for a security firm job?
Me, no, I'm not a security guy. I mean, I can do security, but I'm not a security guy.
Well, we can help you, whatever it is you want.
Yeah, I posted earlier in the chat. Michelle got it. I already made an account. Actually, you've called me before, Jim.
Oh, good. Okay.
Oh, good stuff. Well, if nobody's got any more questions, we can move on. If you guys are good. Going.
Please make sure to connect on LinkedIn. Fill out
Yes.
our contact form if you're interested for more information. So.
Yeah, and I got the links dropped up there for you guys. So click through and make that connection because you never know what's going to come up down the line.
Awesome. Thank you all. Happy,
All right, y'all.